Assalamualaikum and hi. So today I'm going to present my PSM1 project. The title is Relationship between Fiber Content and Shear Strength of Peat in Tropics. But before I get started, I would like to introduce myself. My name is NurHidayah Syafiqah Binti Bahtiar. So, what is peat? The definition of peat or varies depends on the fields. For example, soil scientists define peat as organic soil with organic content of greater than 35%. However, in geotechnical engineering, peat is defined as an organic soil with organic content of greater than 75%. Peat can be found throughout the world. In Southeast Asia, there are more than 60% of the world's tropical peatlands are formed. Most noticeable of these are the largest peat swamp forest on Borneo Island. Peat is identified as problematic soil with brownish black color, and it is naturally formed by decomposed organic matters such as plant and animals constituents. Fibers which come from plant tissues are one of the organic content compositions in peat soil, and type of peat could be determined by assessing the fiber content in the peat. Shear strength of peat soil is not easy to identify and determine. The origin, water content, organic content, and also degree of humidification are some of variables of peat soil that usually affects the accuracy in determination of shear strength. Okay, these are the problem statements for this project. And the first one is, in Malaysia, it is unavoidable to develop peat soil since the shortage of land surface to cater the population growth and also rapid development toward a developed country. The second one is the higher fiber content in peat produce several large pores, and it caused the settlement of peat to increase. And the third one is, Malaysia is in the tropical region, as we know, and receive distribution of rain frequently in years. This phenomena cause swamp formation and force to form peat swamp by natural process, and coincidentally contribute to some issues that related to geotechnical engineering, as peat regarded as very low shear strength compared to other soil types. So next we are going to look into the objective of this project. So the first one is to determine the properties of tropical peat in order to find its characteristic. The second one is to measure the amount of the fiber content that affect the peat shear strength. Okay, so this is the scope of work for this study. The peat soil for this study will be limited to the East Coast peat, or to be specified is Pekan Pahang. The study focus on the fiber content and also shear strength characteristics of tropics peat and their relationship. This peat soil also will be tested with suitable laboratory tests such as water content, attribute limit, sieve analysis, organic content, and also specific gravity to find its properties. And then to find the relationship between fiber content and also shear strength, the fiber content test and also undrained shear strength test will be conducted, and also from that we will manage to get the correlation between these two parameters. So these are some of the literature reviews that I used for this study. The journal title Characteristics of Palangkaraya Fibrous Peat. The author stated that peat has a high fiber content that affects the physical and engineering characteristics, and also have different behavior compared to clay. So the next journal for my literature review is Comparison of Shear Strength Properties for Undisturbed and Reconstituted Parit Lipa Peat Johor. The authors stated that the geotechnical peculiarity of the peat shear strength is usually due to the fiber effects. So as you can see here, this is the methodology for this study. So the first one is identify problems, which is the preliminary process in finding the issues and also problems related to this study. And then second one is collect information. Before starting this study, and accurate data and also reliable data related to this study is very needed. And then is sampling work, which is preparation of the sample before we do the experiment. And then we lab experiments, conduct suitable and correct experiments to achieve the objectives. Next, data analysis. We are going to analyze the data that we get from the experiment. And last but not least is discussion and conclusion. This is the very final stage that will be conducted, and we will conclude the result of the study, and the data can be used as recommendation in the future. Okay, as you can see here, this is the schedule of work for phase 1 or PSM1, started from February until August. So I start with the topic finding, and then journal and also proceeding papers finding, and after that I make the proposal draft and also review, and then the slide preparation and editing, preparing the chapter 1 until chapter 3, and lastly is the presentation. Okay, this is the phase 2 schedule of work, which is for PSM2. I will start from October until January. So during October, the peat sampling work are going to be conducted, and in the same month also, until November, are the testing part. And then after that, from the result, I'm going to do the data analysis and also discussion for chapter 4 until 5 for 2 months, started from November until December. And in the same time, I'm also going to prepare the report, and also from December until January, I'm going to start with the slide preparation and presentation, and lastly for the review and also submission of the PSM report. Okay, this is the experiments that I'm going to conduct for this study. There are 2 types of experiments: field tests and also laboratory tests. For field tests, these tests are going to be conducted on the site during sampling work, which is volume, pose, and also pH. And then for laboratory tests, there are 3 crucial things that I need to find, which is the properties, shear strength, and also fiber content. For properties of the peat, the experiments that are going to be conducted are moisture content, sieve analysis, attribute limit, organic content, and also specific gravity. For fiber content, the only test that I'm going to conduct is fiber content test, and last is the shear strength test. The suitable experiments for this is under shear strength. These are the expected outcome for this study. So the first one is able to identify the properties of tropical peat located in Pekan. And the second one is the study will broaden the understanding of relationship between fiber content and shear strength of peat soil. And the third expected outcome for this study is we'll be able to develop valid and reliable new design approach for the next new study in terms of amount of fiber content that affect the shear strength of the peat soil. These are some of the references that I use for the study, and that's all from me. Thank you.